the fuck? So I guess I already bet on Jared Goff, and this book is a bitch, bro. They only let me bet. It's very annoying, actually. I'm fine with this. TJ Friedel, over 1.5 HRRs. That's what I'm going to replace with. You can see all the books have his over heavily favored. So this is a fine replacement play. Again, I don't fucking care. Dude, I will bet tennis all day long. If there's insane edges, profit margins on tennis, I'll run tennis all day long. I don't care. You guys have had plenty of time to bet this, but I do owe you a PrizePicks discount. We have DraftKings promos. There's a lot of promos. I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'll do my best. Whoever asked me to turn on the stream on YouTube, the stream's on YouTube. Pick Six is some fuckers. They refunded the college football lineups. I saw that. It was pretty annoying. I posted in the Discord earlier. There were some crazy plays available. There were some crazy fucking plays available on Pick Six, but it seems like it doesn't seem like they did. They kind of voided everything. Oh my gosh. Yo, Sleeper got an app update and there's a ton of promos. Damn. What the fuck? So I've said this before, but usually these multiplier boosts, like on Carson Beck, these are horrible. You don't want to play these, okay? Your phone is backwards. What the fuck is going on? So like if you look at Carson Beck, this isn't a good line, right? Like what is going on, dude? Why is my phone backwards? Dude, what? What the fuck is going on? What? Anyways, it's a little confusing, but I'm sure you guys can deal with it. Yo, so what is going on? I don't even know how to flip this to make it work. This looks stupid. But anyways, usually these discounts are pretty good. So like this one on Sabrina. So if we just go, you guys like Sleeper when I give out the promos or no? I don't have to do Sleeper. I mean, I'm down to do whatever in these live streams. So like Sabrina, her line on all the other books, is 22.5. Dude, what is going on? What the fuck is wrong with my phone? Bro, I can't even flip it to make it look normal. Yo, can you guys see enough, or should I try to figure out how to actually change this? Because it looks a little stupid. Bro, why is it looking so stupid? Anyways, whatever. You guys can deal with it. Let's see what else. Let's see what we can find on Sleeper to pair in. So we have Sabrina's over, and then I'm going to pair it with Ellie to not record a hit. Again, I don't know what's going on with my phone. I apologize. I don't know why it's showing it flipped. So you can see on Sleeper, they have Ellie's under listed. You actually probably can't see because it's making my phone look fucking stupid. Does anyone use OBS and know how to chat? Just flip your screens. Yo, does anyone know how to flip this? Order, transform, flip horizontal. Yo, boys, your boy's a technology boy. That's sick, dude. So we got it working now. But anyways, Sleeper has Ellie's under listed as a 2 Nope, it already moved. Dude, it was literally just plus 151. They bumped it down to plus 134. 2.34x payout just means plus 134 odds. I don't know why they do that, but anyways, it's okay, I guess. So what I'm going to go with is James Cook under 2.5 receptions. So this is what I'm going to get locked in for the first Sleeper discount. This is what I'm going to get locked in for the first Sleeper discount. And what I'm also going to do is switch this here and plug in my computer. Dude, I gotta be better about this, but I keep letting my computer almost die on these streams. I keep letting my fucking computer almost die. Okay, yo, anyways, this is the first Sleeper discount. I know I promised an Underdog promo, so I'm trying to share the... Oh my gosh, what the fuck is going on? Dude! Look at this play that just came up on Dabble. Sometimes I like to pull up these line movement charts to see like, yo, what is happening? What is going on? Anyways, check out this play, right? This line is not available on PrizePicks. I don't know if you guys like Dabble or not. The only thing that sucks about Dabble, it's a great book. So Pat's gone over 2.5 receptions. He's gone over, you know, it looks like the past 5 games. Obviously, historical data, it's already baked into, you know, the odds sports books are putting out. But every sports book has this, oh my gosh, dude, look at this. Baker Mayfield passing touchdowns. Every book has the over massively favored. So he's gone over the past 5 games. So again, on Dabble, you know, fixed payouts, you take his over, under, same payout. Even if you don't use FanDuel, DraftKings, Novig, these sharp betting exchanges, you know, their data points, their sources of information. Why is there so much value on Dabble, dude? Anyways, it is what it is. We are fine with value. So here we have Chris Taylor to not hit a single. Again, you can see every book has his under heavily favored. FanDuel's only offering his over at plus money, right? So even though they're only offering a one-way market, yo, here's the play, get it locked in literally ASAP. You should be able to copy my slips directly on the Dabble app. Oh, baby. So we got one baseball pick, and then we got some NFL plays. Also, our slips on Dabble. Our slips on Dabble are looking pretty good from earlier. Pete Alonso, I mean, we had some good ones. But anyways, there's some ridiculous value on Dabble. You should be able to just copy directly on the app. So this is what I got locked in. It looks like 64 people have already copied the play. Ooh, the drink of the day is water, yeah. The drink of the day is currently water. Maybe we'll switch it if the Dolphins win. Yo, if the Dolphins win, I may have to have a Heineken tonight, but we'll see. Let's see what we can do, though, for this profit boost on Underdog. I know I promised a play. So the first play, I think, is pretty solid. Do we like it, though? Malik Washington, I mean, you know, sometimes the values in these very weird niche markets. So you have Malik Washington, first quarter receiving yards. Or you could just take Tua's over in completions. What are the pros and cons of both bets? The con, I guess, is we've already played Tua. We already used him in the PrizePicks discount, so maybe you don't want to double down. Obviously, you don't want to pair them together because they're negatively correlated. But you can see Malik Washington, I mean, DraftKings is definitely more aggressive than FanDuel, but every sports book, you know, granted, you don't have a ton, although I'm only looking at books in Virginia. If I switch my state, maybe no. It's such a weird niche market and kind of a random player. So you kind of got 2 options. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. Or maybe he'll throw the ball to Tyreek. Anyways, I think I'm going to take the Tua play, to be completely honest. And then what I'm going to do is just see what other value there is. I don't want to waste too much time on this stuff, but what is this? So, like, dude, check out this play on Underdog. What the fuck? Greg Rousseau. Yo, where are you, bro? Why does it say no picks available? Where is this guy? Greg Rousseau, where are you? Does anyone see this guy on Underdog? Sorry, I don't know what's going on. So Tua, again, this checks out from a value perspective. Every data point, every book has his over heavily favored. I don't know why this NFL dude is not showing up. Greg Rousseau. Am I spelling his name wrong? I don't know. Regardless, I was going to play his over 1.5 tackles. You can also get that on Owner's Box, which is a new DFS site. Give me a sec. We're finishing this slip. What's up, guys? We're doing the Underdog promo. They have a 75% profit boost for the games tonight. What was the Greg prop? It was over 1.5 tackles. That was the prop I was going to take on him. But anyways, let me search for the Dolphins game on OddsJam. Dude, so Underdog is a little janky, right? Because if I literally search for Tyreek Hill, no, they actually just got rid of it. Never mind, I lied. They just bumped Tyreek Hill longest reception. I was gonna run this, but unfortunately they just bumped it. But give me a sec. I promise you, I'm giving you guys the best possible slips. That is the goal of the live stream. Ooh, baby. Yo. Tanner Connor over 1.5 receptions. That play looks very good. And then, do we like Josh Allen under in rushing attempts? I think this is a slip I would run on Underdog. Yo, so if you guys have Underdog, damn, nah. Don't play this, don't play this. Right? Usually they give you a 6x. They're reducing it to a 4.38x, which is bullshit because, like, it shouldn't be that correlated, dude. Like, what are you doing, Underdog? Here we go. Now it's back. Yo, so this is what I would run on Underdog. So a kind of random prop, you know, as our final prop. We have this Greg dude to go over. And again, you don't have as many data points in these weird defensive prop markets. But if you look at DraftKings, right, his over is, you know, a -150 favorite. DraftKings, it's a 20, 25, whatever it is, billion-dollar company. They have teams of data scientists. They're taking bets, adjusting lines. Like, you want to put some weight into these sportsbook odds, even if you're not using them yourself. Anyways, here's the play. Fuck you, dude. So they just bumped Tua. Which means what you should replace it with is the Malik Washington play. So this is what you should run now. They unfortunately bumped it to play on Tua, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Alex, can you please watch the game with us? Yo, boys, get this locked in if you want to play the Underdog slip. I mean, again, like, I'll bet it for the vibes, even though I don't have the profit boost. And I also do think these picks are pretty solid, so this is what I'm running. Please get it locked in. Sometimes they bump things quickly. They adjust things quickly, but 3 picks. Never mind. So I guess I played an Underdog slip yesterday. It's such bullshit, but they've started to hit me with these daily limits. Like, I'm just up too much money, man. I'm up too much money that they're hitting me with these bullshit daily limit. Yo, bro, you're winning too much. We're not even going to let you bet $25. Well, fuck you, Underdog. They limited me, man. But anyways, what other books do you guys want to look at? We should probably do the PrizePicks discount. So we already gotten, well, they removed the play on Tyrone Tracy. But anyways, we got Josh Allen. We have a discount. They're discounting him to 213.5. Again, you got to remember, like, on PrizePicks, their business model is they give you the same payout if you take the over or the under. So they're trying, you know, they're basically trying to set these lines to be roughly 50-50. However, with these discounts, right, like, we're getting Josh Allen 215 plus or whatever it is. So the odds would probably fall somewhere between -320 and -166. So maybe like he's a -250 favorite to go over. Let's see what we can do. It also looks like there's some decent value on Pick Six for Sunday, so we should definitely check that out. Someone please remind me, like, don't let me forget. No, I'm an idiot. We already ran the Josh Allen discount. We need to run the Tua discount. So let's see what's available. I guess I'm not going to be able to play another Underdog slip, which is a little frustrating, to be honest, because it looks like there's actually some pretty good plays available on Underdog right now. Oh, shit. Yo, I love this play. Fuck yes. Let's go, boys. We have DeAndre Swift. Under 14.5 rushing attempts. Do you guys like this play? DeAndre Swift for the Bears game. DeAndre Swift. Yo, boys, do you like this? DeAndre Swift. What's wrong with the Pick Six plays from earlier? I don't know. I gave out a bunch of really good plays on DraftKings Pick Six, but they voided them. I mean, they were These slips were probably like 80% EV. I mean, but they avoided them. So again, on PrizePicks, you're getting minus 119 juice for a 5-pick flex play. If you go through the math, and you're getting minus 122 juice, right? The over, the under, you're getting the same payout. So the odds or the price is the same. So 5-mans are a little bit better, but obviously if there's not 5 really good picks, I'm not going to run a 5-man. How often do these discounts hit? I said it earlier, you know, Tua or Josh Allen, he's like a minus 250 favorite to go over. So the discount is probably going to hit like, you know, a minus 200 favorite means a 2-to-1 betting favorite, 2/3 to win the game, minus 250, right? Is an even bigger favorite. This discount's probably about 70% to hit. So it by no means is a lock, but it's a good play. So the final play I'm going to go with is Quinn Priester. Bro, I don't know why this guy's last name, I don't know, kind of sounds like Quinn Priester, over 5.5 strikeouts against the Angels. Do we like it, or should we find something a little bit better? Maybe some football, maybe some correlation for the game. Let's see. Nah. I think I'm going to get this locked in. A simple 3-man. You know, you can see Circa, FanDuel, DraftKings, every major sports book, right? All these books want to set their own unique lines. So you essentially have hundreds of data points, you know, telling you the likelihood of a wager hitting. Yeah, again, if a team's minus 200, they're 2-to-1 favorites, bro, right? 2/3 to win the game. So this is what I'm getting locked in on PrizePicks. So the Dolphins, for example, I got them at plus 700, plus 710, so 7-to-1 underdogs. So they're going to win the game 1 out of 8 times. So the market is basically saying, you know, plus 700, that they're 12.5% to win the game. But, you know, the odds have kind of moved towards the Dolphins a bit. They were bigger underdogs earlier. Alex, I love riding dudes with you. What's up, dude? What's up, Chris the First, 93? DraftKings Pick Six to a free square. Yo, so let's look at DraftKings Pick Six. I was going to say what's a little frustrating to me about Pick Six is now you can pair college football picks for different days together in the same slip, but for some reason for the NFL, you can't do that. So with the Tua free square, right, they have a free square on Tua right now. What other promos do they have? We already used the 30% profit boost, but anyways, another reason I love gambling is literally they just give you cash back. So I'm going to convert my crowns into free money because why the fuck not? But let's see what we can do. Let's see if there's some value. Again, I already used... Oh, shit. Yo, boys. I got to play. Yo. Check out this play. Taylor Rapp. Over 5.5 tackles plus assists. PrizePicks has his line at 6. But DraftKings Pick 6 is kind of fucking this up. This is another fixed payout DFS app. He's very handsome. So these two picks would pair well together, obviously. Again, I do find it a little bit annoying that if I try to go to a different day, they're going to say no. It's like, why? Why do you let me do that for college football then? But anyways, we got Taylor Rapp. Over 5.5 TAs, tackles plus assists. But obviously, we need something else for tonight, so let's try to find some value. I mean, the strategy is roughly the same between PrizePicks and DraftKings Pick 6, aside from that little hiccup. So what I can do is go to OddsJam. I can search for the Bills game. Obviously, you don't want to take 2 players to go over and tackles plus assists. That wouldn't make any sense. You don't want to pair both overs together. That doesn't make any sense. But what you could take, I kind of like this. I mean, I'm not in love with it, but if you haven't used the promo, this is what I would run. You also get some nice correlation. Unfortunately, they had a smidge of a payout shift. They bring you from a 6x payout to a 5.8x payout. But this is what I would run if you haven't already used the discount. So again, Taylor Rapp, that's just right off the Odds Jam Fantasy Optimizer. It really doesn't do anything complicated, just kind of data. You can see all the sports books have his over favored if they post defensive props. And then the other DFS apps like PrizePicks, DraftKings Pick Six is a direct competitor to PrizePicks. It basically works in the exact same way. They just have his line higher in the first place at 6. Hi, Cocaine Alex. Bro, who the fuck are you calling Cocaine Alex? Cocaine Alex? What the fuck, dude? Don't be so disrespectful. Yo, I'm already all over the Browns for this weekend, so I'm not going to run it anymore, but that was a ridiculous fucking play. What else am I on for this weekend? A lot of shit, dude. Oh, baby. Oh, shit. Yo, there's some good bets. So again, I already bet the Browns. This is a super liquid market, right? Novig has a ton of liquidity. Browns plus 8.5 at minus 112. Right? DraftKings basically has no lean in their market. They're giving you the same price, roughly, almost, on both teams. Every other book has the Browns as heavy favorites to cover. You look at Novig. Again, this is a peer-to-peer betting site with no limits. So, long story short, no limits. It attracts a lot of sharps, shit like that. Oh, shit. I do like this bet. It's another crossed market. Dude, why do you log me out like that, man? Come on. Dolphins plus 7.5 on the first half spread. Am I really going to double down on the Dolphins? So you can see here it's crossed with ProfitX. It's arbitrage. So one of these two bets has to be plus EV because, again, you could just... All these books want to set their own lines. You could just arbitrage bet it. You could play both outcomes, and it's giving me this duplicate bet. I think I've already bet too much on the Dolphins that they're not even going to let me play it again. But I do think it's a solid play if you haven't already run it. It's just Dolphins plus 7.5 on the first half spread. Someone was asking for FanDuel plays. I forget who that was, but... Here's an example. Crossed market, FanDuel is crossed with Novig by definition. One of the two bets has to be profitable. Novig is the square sport. Why is this line so low, bro? Who would have thought we saw Travis Kelce with a 42 half receiving yards? The Chiefs are really fucking washed, dude. What do you think about Josh Allen's rushing tonight? Well, we ran him on Underdog, under 6.5 rushing attempts. We ran him on Underdog under 6.5 rushing attempts. We have Charlotte for the college football game tonight. Dude, we got a lot of fucking bets open. It's a problem. It's a problem. Anyways, this game's about to start. Let's go Bills. Or sorry, what am I saying? Let's go Dolphins. Dude, I got big money. I will be very happy, man, if... they can pull it off tonight. Anyways, what book do you guys want to look at? So we've done some PrizePicks slips. Whew, baby. Sheesh. We've done some... Yo, this play I like a lot. I'm pretty good at my touchdown scores. But I've already betted on FanDuel, so they're only going to give me $0. Please bet it for me. Dude, I would have bet like fucking $20,000 on this. Not actually. Probably not, but... They only gave me 37, which is obviously a lot worse. So this is Judkins, 2+ touchdowns, plus 2,700. Such a bullshit cash out. So again, on OddsJam, one-click bet. You can literally just click. It takes you right there. So Hard Rock is only giving you plus 700. That's why if you only use one sports book, you like literally tonight should sign up for other books because this is a scam, bro. Plus 700. There's literally other books giving you plus 2,700. That's crazy. But anyways, it's a crossed market. Novig has a ton of liquidity. If you haven't already bet this for the weekend, I can almost assure you it's going to move. So I would get it locked in quickly. Woo! Anyways, Matthew Stafford under half of a rushing yard, crossed market. Again, DraftKings is a book I'm up big on, so they limit me to $25.90. But literally, the strategy I used to get these results on DraftKings is quite simply, right? You take DraftKings, whenever there's an ARB, one of the bets has to be profitable. Novig is a sharp book. DraftKings is a stupid book. One of the two bets has to be profitable, so you just take the DraftKings side, and you can see other sports books kind of confirm. DraftKings is the only book with Stafford's over and rushing yards favored. Every other book, every other data point, they all have the under heavily favored. But what book did we want to do? Nobody's helping me. Dude, we could do some fucking DraftKings Pick Six for this weekend. We could do a lot of options. Ooh. Yo. Sheesh, man. Yo, where's the Dolphins game? I wouldn't mind trying to put a pick six play together. Yo, who knows ball, bro? What do we think about Terrell Bernard over in tackles plus assists? You guys like this play? Again, this is what I recommended if you haven't already run the play on the Tua free square. Damn, I miss my dogs. Thursday night football, Alex. I'm late. Fliff, bro. Fliff, uncle. Yo, you guys want to do some Fliff plays? You just got to ask. All you need to do is ask, man. I don't even know what to do. Sometimes I get super overwhelmed. There are so many sports books. There are so many sports books in Virginia, dude. It's fucking crazy, man. Why is there so much value? Why is there so much value? Damn, bruh. Dude, what is going on? There's just a lot of options. There's a lot of options, boys, so give me a sec. Yo, so we have MLB games starting shortly, so maybe let me quickly look for an MLB home run play. I don't think they have any other promos today. They have a 50% profit boost on Nebraska. They have a profit boost for the game tonight. But we already used that last night. Again, when you're using profit boosts, you want to bet on the underdog. So FanDuel gives most people, $25. If you're getting Nebraska at plus 258, you could literally arbitrage bet that and make like a risk-free profit. If you don't want to take the risk, if you don't want to run Nebraska, but I can guarantee you that the best thing you could do, right, like ProfitX, Bet Online, have Michigan at minus 123. So if you're getting plus 158 on FanDuel, you can bet $25. That's what most people can. You could just hedge and turn it into a risk-free $4 profit. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it ride. But I want home run bets. Let's see what we got. I also wouldn't mind some touchdown scores. Oh, shit. I fucking love this play. Yo, boys. This is a great home run bet. Damn, I miss my dogs. Let's see what we can do, dude. We got a FanDuel parlay. Yo, come on, load, bro. The only problem I have with FanDuel, I feel like no book is worse at verifying my location. So, my home run parlay for tonight, you probably want to tail it. I've been hot as fuck on my home run bets. Willie and Joe. Again, the FanDuel crazy value play that I would have bet a lot more on was Judkins 2+ touchdowns plus 2,700. I think this play is ridiculously good. Why did you only bet $37? That's all they gave me. Otherwise, I promise you I would have bet a lot more on it. But it is what it is. That's what they gave me. Cabarello got a hit for Dabble. Let's fucking go. Alex, does your butthole get sore from riding so many dudes? Why do I read the chat? Sometimes I read the chat because, like, I'm curious if there's going to be some math questions or some shit. Never are. Yo, but let's see if we can get in another prize pick slip. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about another prize pick slip? We got 35 minutes until the game starts. Yo, so this play on DeAndre Swift is solid. Obviously, the Tua discount we can't run again. Unfortunately, these bitches, they only let you run the discount once. Yo, Ray Davis under in rushing yards. You could play this on DraftKings or Onyx Odds. Onyx Odds, it often, it's a book legal in basically every state. Sometimes they have the exact same odds as DraftKings. Sometimes they don't. But what was I going to say? You have Ray Davis under in rushing yards. DraftKings gives me some bullshit limits, 33.29. But again, it's a crossed market. ProfitX also has the over at plus money. So I would run this on DraftKings as well as Onyx Odds if you're able to get it in. So just try to get it in Ray Davis and try to go really fast. Try to get it in extremely quickly. Try to get it in Ray Davis, like vary as much as you can. Another crossed market, decent liquidity, so I just locked it in. And again, the nice thing about crossed markets is like you literally know for a fact one of these two bets is profitable, right? This is arbitrage to not only Novig, but also Bet 105, Washington Commanders. I'm not just betting this because I'm a Commanders fan. But I do think it's a good play. I get a bullshit limit. But you can see DraftKings, they barely have juice in their market. Every other sports book, right? Bet Online's a pretty sharp book. They have the over at minus 143. So even if you don't use Bet Online, like I look at sports books I don't use. Bet Online, you devig the market. Most important calculator in sports betting. You guys got to be using this calculator. It's the most important calculator in sports betting. What was the Ray Davis play? What are you talking about? Oh, shit. Are we going back to pick six? You guys want to go back to pick six? Is that the question? No, the play I was asking about. Oh, the play on DraftKings. Again, you could get this on pick six. Onyx Odds literally just bumped their line to minus 179. That's crazy. Does FanDuel have a rushing line up for this guy? Let's go to rushing yards. Where's Ray Davis's line on FanDuel? 23.5. Damn, I miss my dogs. So I ran this on DraftKings. It's better value than on Pick Six. Here's another crossed market on James Cook. I wish I had better betting limits, right? Plus 111. You could also get this on Onyx Odds. I know there's a discount on him. Anyways, I don't think... This is probably the best play currently on Pick Six if you wanted to play for tonight's game. Where's my boy Joe Adele? Mike Trout's going to get walked. Taylor Ward's going to go yard. Next pitch, Joe Adele's going to go yard. That's what I'm hoping for. But anyways, this is probably the best play on Pick Six for tonight. Quinn Priester already has one strikeout as well. Let's go, boys. I want him to strike out literally everybody except Joe Adele. He's going to go yard this inning. But what was I going to say? It is the best play on Pick Six, but unfortunately, like, there's just not that much other value. So the better shit is for this weekend. And again, I don't know why, but you can't pair things... You can't pair things together from different days. I don't know why. But let's see what we can put together. Damn, I miss my dogs. Maybe I'll try to do a Pick Six play, and then we can look at whatever other books you guys want to do. I mean, this play is pretty solid on Cam Ward. Dude, DraftKings Pick Six, like, if you're not on it, it's a great book to be on. They just have a lot of line discrepancies. So, like, Cam Ward... They have his line at 30.5. Literally every other book is 31.5. Not the craziest value, but also not horrible value. I don't remember what we were talking about. Let's see. Fliff. Some of you guys wanted Fliff plays, so let's take a look at Fliff. Usually I keep my min-max odds usually in this minus 280, plus 250 range. As markets get wider, as the market gets wider, it's just harder to know what's fair. Which I can kind of explain in more detail, but I'm focused on gambling. Dude, fuck you. Why are the Raiders showing up? That's like the one team I don't want to show up. Man, that's my team. We got the Washington. Okay, anyways, let's get in a Fliff play. So Fliff is a sweepstakes book. It's legal, available in, nearly every state. So the first play we're going to go with is Jackson Arnold. Some of you guys may be on his over. And then it got voided on Pick Six. Because, again, Pick Six was like fucking up way too many of these lines earlier. The entire board, did any of you, did they let any of your stuff stand? I assume not, but. So we have Jackson Arnold under half of a passing touchdown, plus 160, looks like pretty crazy value. Average line is plus 132. You can DVIG, right? Most important calculator in sports betting. I love calculators. I do love calculators. I can't lie. They're one of my favorite things in sports betting. Is if you take FanDuel's market, you DVIG it, right? They have the over favored, but again, there's a difference between a team being minus 1,000 and minus 150, right? Like there's a difference. So if you DVIG, you remove the juice from FanDuel's market. The fair line is plus 144. FanDuel's just one data point. You could do this for every book. OddsJam on the positive EV tool, again, it just points out line discrepancies, but it considers every sports book. I mean, obviously some books, the sharper books, have higher weightings than others, but regardless. And then we're going to fade Carson Beck. Dude, against Florida. He did look good last week. He actually killed a couple of our slips. But that's okay. Because there's a lot of shit right now. CJ Carr, plus 1. Dude, look at this. They just offer way too... They know, like, Fliff is being smart, dude. They're using their brain. They know most degenerates, most sports bettors are just betting overs, right? It's very rare, aside from sharp bettors, to bet unders. Most people are betting overs. So a lot of times these books just like, they keep trying to juice the over more to increase their profit margin, which is why the value a lot of times ends up being on the under. Alex, you're a cutie. Thank you. Did you see they are banning sweepstakes books in California? When are they banning sweepstakes books in California? When are they banning sweepstakes books in California? Can anyone confirm that? So I played it with coins as well. Some people say it makes it easier to tail. Next month. No way, dude. Are you serious? Charlotte is about to score already. Aren't we on Charlotte? Did this dude just strike out the side? He did. Quinn Priester over 5.5 strikeouts may be the easiest bet of our lives. Maybe. Damn, I miss my dogs. Bro, why does she always get into fucking foul trouble? We need Elia Boston 14 plus points for a PrizePicks slip. Elia. Bro, it is just strikeout central in this game. What's up, Alex? What's up, Joey? Chalkboard. Oh, shit. Dude, thank you. Chalkboard has a promo. Chalkboard, unfortunately, is not on OddsJam, but check this out. I'm pretty sure they have a crazy discount. Bro, I thought they had a discount on Josh Allen. Didn't they have a discount on Josh Allen over half of her passing yard, or am I stupid? Why don't I see it? Did they get rid of it? Damn, I miss my dogs. They do. Yes, free square. Where do you see the free square? Where do you see the free square? That Lindor home run bet was ass yesterday. Yesterday, I gave out 2 picks on Chalkboard, bro. Lindor to hit a home run. He did not hit a home run. But do you remember the second pick, or did you just leave the live stream after we talked about Lindor? It was Taylor Ward who did go yard. Just to set the record straight. Search him on the promos tab. Yo, so let's see if we can find this play real quickly. So this is Chalkboard. Chalkboard, Chalkboard, Chalkboard. Thanks for Machado Altuve, Alex. No problem. Taylor Ward actually went yard twice. And I guess they logged me out. But let's go here to the promo tab. Oh, shit. Yo, so the 2 other discounts are horrible. But the Josh Allen one is solid. So let me just try to find you guys the best play that you can go with. Damn, now this computer is dying. Dude, I just have dying computers. Maybe my chargers... This is my old computer. I've had it since I was in college, so... It's kind of, I kind of just can't give it up, you know what I mean? So what is the best play for tonight? So let me just pull up the Odds Jam Sportsbook screen. Again, this doesn't really do anything complicated. I'm literally going to have to flip between chargers here. Fuck me. I also want to start moving faster. I mean, these games are going to start. So let me just search for the Dodgers game tonight. And let's find the best home run bet. So, for example, they have Ramos. Oh, shit. Yo, I actually think Ramos... Let's see. Ramos or Pages? Nah, Ramos is better than Pages. Ohtani is no good. It's just not good enough value. A 2.95x payout. That's what they have on Ohtani. A 2.95x payout just means, you know, plus. What about Devers? What is he? Nah, okay, yo, so the best play is actually the first one I checked. I'm going to run Ramos. How much will they let me bet? $10 CB cash. Whatever the fuck CB cash is. Alright, so I ran Ramos and Josh Allen, the free square. Damn, I miss my dogs. What book do you guys want to look at? What book? What book? What book? What book? What book? Let's see. Let's see what we can put together. Let's see what we can put together here, yo. I gotta actually keep this computer closer. Ramos, owner's box, Pick Six NFL, please, better. Let me see if there's value on better. I ran a play last night, so I'm not sure if they have promos, but again, the best play on PrizePicks, if you haven't used the discounts yet, definitely run DeAndre Swift, right? It's a crossed market with no vig. Every data point, I mean, sure, whatever, you have to wait until Sunday, but I'm a big believer that betting 3 days in advance and having a football bet is better than an NFL bet. But let's see what we can put together. Oh, shit. Dude, fuck me. We're on Devon's under. We're on his under 13.5. Now it looks like the market is ripping towards his fucking over. But what I could do, because some of you guys will be like, you're contradicting yourself, man. Yeah! That's what some of you guys sound like in the chat. I swear to God, bro. Fucking pissing me off. Is what I can do is I can just arbitrage bet this and take the risk-free $5 profit. Dude, what the fuck? Verify my location! I literally fucking... Some of these sports books, dude. Bro. What the fuck? Damn, I miss my dogs. What I was gonna do is just try to arb it in literally like 2 seconds, but they already bumped it. Yeah, what is wrong with these books, bro? It's every book. They just like It's not every book, it's some of the books, and I'm probably going to be too late. But anyways, I was going to say it's a crossed market, right? FanDuel and ProfitX have such different prices. You can just bet the over, the under, make a risk-free profit. So that's what I did, to be very clear. Where's rush attempts? Damn, I missed my dogs. Yay, so I'm still able to do it. So again, it's a very simple strategy. Just like follow the calculator, right? Like if you want to bet $500 on FanDuel, I'm on a max limited FanDuel account, so literally everybody in the world can get better betting limits than I can. Damn, I missed my dogs. Where's my battery at? 10%. How long does 10% left? Someone steal his liquidity. Yo, so 5 seconds of work. The second the game ends, I make like, I forget exactly what it was. $5 risk-free profit, not bad. Yo, this Ray Davis play is steaming towards the under, dude. If you are not on Ray Davis's under, you're making a mistake. You know what I mean? But let's see. That's also a decent play for pick six, but yo, where's the college football value? Dude, I feel like they pulled all college lines and they literally voided everyone's bets, which was a little frustrating from the plays I gave out earlier, but it is what it is. I don't control when these books decide. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yo, there's a lot of college football value right now on Fliff. Yo. Yeah, this is a slam, bro. This is a fucking slam. So first of all, it's arbitrage. We have Metayer under 30.5 receiving yards, right? This not only is a crossed market, it's also a middle, right? So you could just arbit, make a risk-free profit. But what's crazy, dude, is you could arbitrage bet this. So let's say you bet $100 on Fliff, which is what I'm going to do because I'm pretty sure that's the max they give you. So if I go to receiving yards, I'm going to take this guy's under 30.5 at minus 125 odds, right? So you could go over to FanDuel, bet is over for like 78.26, maybe round to $80, whatever, and you'll make a risk-free profit. And if he has exactly 30 yards, then you're going to win both bets. You're over and you're under. That's why this says a middle. But if you look at the rest of the market, it's very clear that they just have this line too high on Fliff. Sleepers at 26.5, 26.5 with the over as the underdog, 24.5. It's just clear like, yo, they're the ones fucking up lines. You know what I mean? And then we have the South Carolina quarterback. Under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Here it actually looks like, even though FanDuel's the sharpest book out of all four of these, it looks like FanDuel's the side with value. So this play, I would probably just arbitrage bet. I would just take the risk-free profit. But what I'm going to do is kiss your mom, bro. I'm going to kiss your fucking mom, bro. No, I'm going to run this with the Titans. Yo, check this out, boys. Titans money line, Cam Ward, you fucking sexy beast. Cam Ward is so attractive. You can say what you want about whether he's performing up to par. You cannot say anything about the aura and the look. He is just extremely handsome. Fucking blows my mind, right? So here you have a crossed market, decent amount of liquidity. If I pull up the rest of the market, pretty damn good value on the Titans. Okay, so I ran Titans, I parlayed it. Fliff is a very weird book. They only give you $100, or at least me, for college football. But then if I parlay it with something else, they'll give me an additional $250. If both bets in your parlay are plus EV, then your parlay will be plus EV. Priester is locked in. Holy yo. What do we want to do, boys? Did he cook? No. It's okay. He'll go yard next at bat. Pick six time. Let me see. Dude, we've done, all you guys who are saying I'm talking too much, there have been like literally in the span of like 35 minutes, I've probably given out 20 bets. So shut the fuck up. Yo, this play looks really solid on DraftKings. Tyrod Taylor, under half of a passing touchdown. Crossed market, very liquid, very active on ProfitX. It's also a locked market with no vig. You can get the over at -180, the under at +180, so there's no juice between the two sports books. I'm schooling you guys, you know what I mean? It's like you're supposed to teach someone how to fish. Dude, oh my gosh. He really is cooking, bro. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. Is there anything for the Dolphins game? Nah, just the Ray Davis play. I mean, that is steaming towards the under, so I would hammer the fuck out of that. But what did I promise? I promised Dabble and Pick Six. I see people asking for Dabble and Pick Six. If you want different picks, well, you should probably ask for different picks because I can't read your brain, bro. So the first play we got is we have Russell Wilson. This is beautiful, dude. All our Dabble slips I gave out on the late night stream, I'm pretty sure they all hit. I'm pretty incredible. So we have Russell Wilson over 20.5 completions. Obviously, they didn't get the win last week, but he did look pretty good. You got to admit he looked pretty fucking good. Damn, I miss my dogs. Nico Collins, under 5.5 receptions. You look at every data point in the market, every sports book, every book has his under. Massively favored. Dude, CJ Stroud is just not it. He's not it. I don't know what to tell you. He's not it, man. What is my favorite play? Pacheco over in... Yeah, I like this. Yo, check this out. I'm running a Dabble slip. You don't give out enough slips in your streams. Dude, I've been streaming for like literally 40 minutes and I've given out like 50 billion picks. Anyways, let's get this locked in. Nah. Actually, I'm not going to run Pacheco. That doesn't make a lot of sense because I don't really want to spend time digging into the correlation. So let's see if there's something better. Honestly, we could just run this Tua over in completion. So this is for tonight. Again, on Dabble, 3-mans are mathematically optimal. I just got a slip locked in. Yo, so you can tail directly on the app. If you don't use Dabble, it's a really solid DFS app. Definitely consider using it. So they give me 47.25 max bet size, so that's what I took. Right, here's the slip. You can copy directly on the app. Priester, 6 Ks and 7 pitches. Dude, wow. Priester is fucking goated. Why are you guys saying Quinn Priester is goated? I'm goated. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you guys. That actually is crazy, dude. Damn, I miss my dogs. Better, please. Priester is goated. Alex Priester. Priester already cashed. That's fucking lit as tits, bro. Let's see what we can do. Yo, so some of you guys wanted better. Again, I'm not personally going. Oh shit, fuck, dude. I'm personally not going to be able to give out to bet a better slip because I already ran one last night because I'm a degenerate and I live streamed at like midnight. But I do think this play is very solid. James Cook under in RA's rushing attempts. So the picks I would run, I'll just put a slip in the chat. Any of the picks you don't like, you don't have to play. So you can see this line is only available on Better, another fixed payout DFS app. Every sportsbook, it's a locked market. 5-pick versus 3-pick entries. It doesn't really make a difference on Better. Again, live betting, in my opinion, too tough. Damn, I miss my dogs. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to put a better slip in the chat, and then I'm going to literally ask you guys to put a link in the chat. Pick 6, do sleeper, please. Yo, again, I've said this play is crazy, dude. Let me just put a better play in the chat. Real quickly, David Montgomery to not score a touchdown. Literally, every book has his under massively favored. Literally a minus 200 fucking favorite to go under. Most of these books are giving you plus money. Plus money. Did I lock in a better slip? Most of these books are giving you plus money. But anyways, let me just finish this slip. This play is crazy. Dude, why is there so much value on better? Why did I already lock in a slip last night? You guys got to stop letting me do that. Look at this play on Kenneth Walker. He is a massive favorite, super liquid. He is heavily, heavily favored to score a touchdown. That's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Yo, here's the play. Can somebody put the link in the chat? That is that has a play for Thursday Night Football. If you were curious, there's a play for Thursday Night Football in that slip. Yo, it's in the chat. I spammed the chat with it. Yo, shit. Damn, I missed my dogs. Anyways, what do we want to do? That play was crazy on Fliff. Crossed market. Also looks incredible to Pinnacle. I love being such a good sports bettor. Let's go. Sorry. Yo, crossed market. This play's ridiculous. Bouette under 2.5 receptions. You got to get the value locked in when it's available. But let's see, is there anything for the Dolphins game popping up? Usually there's a lot of steam as you get close to the close. So this play is quite interesting. This play is actually very interesting. If any of you use Novig, I would run Devon to not score a touchdown. Here you have exchange on exchange arbitrage, 2 books that don't limit. You can see, it seems, if you look at like Pinnacle and these other books, like Novig is the side with value. Because again, we know one of these 2 plays has to be plus EV. Damn, I missed my dogs. But let's go back here. Let me actually pull up FanDuel and let's specifically just look for picks in the Dolphins game. Damn, I missed my dogs. Let's see what we can do. Yo. So, I'm going to give you some plays for the Dolphins game. Again. Sleeper boost is about to expire soon. Shit, dude. There are so many things. What sleeper boost? Oh, the CS2 boost. Yo, give me a sec. Dude, there's so many bets. Fuck me. Why do I do this to myself, man? So we have Chelsea Gray. Oh, shit. This play's ridiculously good. Jamar Chase to not score a touchdown. Yo, this play is so good, I may just run it in a slip on its own. Jamar Chase to not score a touchdown. If you have already used the sleeper promos, I would run Chase no touchdown and Dylan Jones under half of a touchdown. I would literally run both of those. So let me build a slip here. Right, so this is for the other sleeper profit boost. Remember, on sleeper, they put their odds in decimal format. I have no idea why. Don't ask me. Dude, Cam Scadaboo, luckiest motherfucker ever. Dude gets to go to ASU, the most lit college literally in the world. And then he gets to get drafted by... No, I meant to put 30 on it, but I guess it only took 10. Then he gets drafted by the New York Giants, and sure, the Giants suck, but dude, he gets to live in New York as an NFL player, bro. Oh my gosh. Fucking crazy, dude. Yo, so there's the play that I'm running on Sleeper for the profit boost that you guys specifically said was going to expire. Otherwise, I wouldn't have looked at it. So if you're not happy that we did Sleeper, blame your peers, bro. Look internally. Meh. It looks like FanDuel is offering quite good value. Nah. Nothing crazy if I'm being completely honest on this game. Nothing crazy right now, at least on FanDuel. Yo, what is going on here? Dude. Yo, if you use Hard Rock, how many of you guys use Hard Rock? Write Hard Rock in the chat if you use Hard Rock. Holy moly. So if I go to the Dolphins game, let's see if there's anything good on Hard Rock. Yeah, there is. This play is absolutely insane. Like, this is like insane, dude. Josh Allen, again, I can't use Hard Rock, but I'm going to run it on DraftKings. Josh Allen under 29.5 rushing yards. Hard Rock is giving you plus 100. You can literally get his over at plus 128 or plus 116 or plus 120. Do the math, bro. You could arbitrage bet this for literally in 3 hours when the game is over, you would be up $60 profit. If you just arbitrage bet this, bet the under on Hard Rock, the over on Novig. Every book has the under massively favored. You should run the fuck out of this. This Josh Allen play is insane, dude. What are they doing? Again, there's oftentimes a lot of line movement into the close. I already gave you guys a pick six slip for the promo, by the way. Oh, shit. Yo, here's another decent line. If you guys haven't already used the DraftKings Pick Six play, what you could run is this. Line discrepancy, Tua, and then you need a Bills player. I'm trying to do as many of these as possible before the game starts. I promise you, I'm trying to go as fast as I can, boys. And then what was the final play we had? Dude. So we have the Bills game. Yo. This is what I would run. Again, if you haven't used the promo, okay, this is what I would run for the promo. I could look into the correlation, but the game, it starts too soon. And I'm really trying to move here. Yo, fuck, this game starts at 8:15. I thought it started at 8:20. Alex, who's winning the WNBA Finals? Look at this. You can get Josh Allen's over at plus 120 or his under at plus 100. If you use Hard Rock, arb the fuck out of this. Or again, you know one of these sides has to be profitable. You're getting plus 100 underdog odds, and literally every other book has Josh Allen's under heavily favored. I don't know why. I honestly, oh shit. Yo, oh shit, fuck. This is going to be my crazy bet for tonight. Alex Ingold to score a touchdown plus 3,000. There was an error in finding your location. What is wrong with this book? Here you have a crossed market. Look at the liquidity available. Look at the liquidity available, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at this shit, dude. They just bumped it on Onyx odds. Dude, what the fuck? And that's extremely frustrating because on DraftKings, they're only going to take, let me guess, like $1. Yep, some bullshit. That is a crazy crossed market. Somebody right there is like, look at how much liquidity is available, dude. It's like $23,000. Somebody is trying to get a massive position. I guarantee you that's a syndicate. That is someone very smart who knows something. People don't casually bet. Yo. And Westbrook Akeen, dude. So the two long shots in terms of touchdown scores for tonight, again, on DraftKings, I'm up too much money. They got me limited. But it's, where's that other play? Max win limit reached? What are you talking about, dude? Anyways, that is extremely frustrating. I can't even lie to you guys. Let me get rid of Hard Rock. There's some ridiculous value on Hard Rock right now. Dude. I fucking hate this book, bro. I could have gotten it plus 1,000. But the question is, do I still dabble even at a worse price on FanDuel? Yeah, fuck it. I'm in. I played it on FanDuel. It's a slightly worse price, but oh my god, dude, it is steaming. Now it's down to minus 686. Dude, this is steaming, bro. Alex Ingold. Alex Ingold. Dude, he has the same name as me. It's probably good luck. I don't know what he looks like. Is he black, white, Asian? He's so fat. Why did we just bet on him, dude? I'm just kidding. He's a fullback. Dude, that is crazy. Yo, if you guys have Bet365, it's still plus 3,000. You could run the fuck out of that, dude. Damn, I miss my dogs. Wow. This is crazy, bro. This is literally insane. That line steamed. Anyways, what just happened, Odds Jam? What did you just do to me? Anyways, obviously this game is kicking off in a sec, unfortunately. Someone said he's plus 2,500 on Onyx. No, he's not. He's locked, bro. He's locked on Onyx. Did the game start? Did the game start, or do we still have time to lock in bets? Because I may stay with you guys for a bit and just stream for a little bit. Just a little bit. But we'll see about that. Oh shit. Check out this play, dude. Dabble. Damn, I miss my dogs. Damn, I miss my dogs. So we have Wan'Dale Robinson over 4.5 receptions. He's gone over, the past 5 games. It seems like there's been, you look at every data point in the market, every sports book, all of these books, they all have his over heavily favored. Watch this guy score the first play. How excited would you guys be from a sexual perspective? How excited would you guys be from a sexual perspective if this guy scored right now? So Wan'Dale Robinson, PrizePicks doesn't even have a regular lineup on him. So you can see PrizePicks is giving you a reduced payout for this. Damn, I miss my dogs. Anyways. Jordan Love to not throw an interception. His under is heavily favored. Granted, he did throw 3 interceptions a few games ago, but that's okay. We trust him. We're following the data. So this would be the slip on Dabble 3-man. Does anyone know the best shields available? Are there any good shields? Alex, STFU. Yo, why are you telling me to shut the fuck up, bro? How can you expect me... Fucking Malik Washington, bro. 54-yard return. At least that's a good start. Josh Jacobs touchdown. Anyways, I'm going to call it a day for now. There's definitely more value, but... maybe I won't. I'm trying to think. Yo, because there is some Dabble value. Fucking Freddie Freeman. Maybe not. Yo, give me a sec. Let me think for a sec. Justin Herbert over in rushing attempts. This plays crazy good. You can actually get it on Dabble as well. So what I could do is I could go back here. Whoops. I can copy this entry. They haven't bumped anything. I'm going to get rid of Love. And then I'm going to go to Herbert. Every data point, right? It's a crossed market since Dabble is giving you minus 122 odds. Also, he's been running the ball a lot this year. Yo, so here's the play. Right? Justin Herbert, you can get this on DraftKings. I played it on DraftKings, right? They gave me $39 or something like that. Yeah, $39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03. 39.03 Every other book has the over as a much bigger favorite. It's also a crossed market or arbitrage, so we know one of the two bets has to be plus EV or profitable. Dude, what else do you have for me? I'm just trying to do one last sweep of the board and see if there's anything ridiculous that strikes our eye. Because maybe there will be. Brees Hall, under 3.5 receptions. You can get this on Onyx odds or DraftKings crossed market. Why do I care so much about crossed markets? Because again, you know by definition, one of these two bets has to be plus EV or profitable, which is awesome. Dolphins are cooking. Priester has 8 Ks and 9 batters. That's crazy. Pick 6 for Sunday, please. Dude, there was so much pick 6 value. I mean, there are some live plays, but let's see. Let's see if I can find anything good. I mean, there's a little bit of college football value. Give me one sec. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Nothing really crazy, though, if I'm being honest. The best play is baseball. Freddie Freeman, over 1.5 HRRs, but I don't have anything to pair it with. That play looks incredible. I mean, his over is massively favored. Let's get a fucking touchdown, Dolphins. Yo. 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 Dude, we are kind of fucking cooking so far, Dolphins. Anyways. So again, this Wan'Dale Robinson play is insanely good. Is there any touchdown scores on Dabble? Yeah, Kamara. As well as Kenneth Walker. So if you wanted to, what I would do is I would run this. Right? With Kenneth Walker, it's the same play I said on Better. He's a heavy favorite to score a touchdown, right? Tons of liquidity on Novig. And then Alvin Kamara, this play is actually insanely good. Kamara to not score a touchdown. Are any of these picks in the same game, though? Saints, Seahawks. Yo, chill. Maybe I just run a 3-man. This Kamara play is insanely good. I mean, you can see every buck has his under. Like, he's a massive fucking favorite to go under, right? So these 3 picks are incredibly good. Dolphins are rolling on the first drive. I know, dude. It's fucking lit as tits, bro. We have a lot of bets open. It's a problem. That is a problem, man. Yo, this is the play on Dabble. Again, it's ridiculous value. I definitely recommend tailing. Damn, I missed my dogs. Wow. We could do some live betting. I'll be back in a sec. I just want to pee quick. Dude, why do I always have to pee? My computer's charging though, and that's a good thing. Alright, give me a sec. Damn, I forgot to give you guys music when I pissed. My bad. Oy, oy, oy. Is there anything else we are in love with? Yo, so we are all on the Dolphins, which is lit as fuck because they're actually cooking right now. And, whoa. Again, this play on Kamara is crazy, dude. But what I wanted to do is, let's see. So we have Wan'Dale Robinson. Dude, they are just not bumping anything now that the game started. If you wanted to play, you can get this on better. Every book has the under heavily favored if they're offering a two-way market. FanDuel, you know. Yo, so we could try to build a 5-man. We could. So we have Jordan Love to not throw an interception. Dude, we are going to have so many fucking bets on. Jordan Love to not throw an interception. Sure, whatever. He threw 3 interceptions in one game, but he's also gone under. Yo, so here would be a 5-man on Dabble. Again, you can copy my slip directly on the app. You should be able to, right? You just hit the little copy button. And again, they limit me on each slip, which is why oftentimes I'm running different plays. Dabble, fixed payouts, take the over, under, same payout. But this play on Kamara is actually crazy, so I'm pretty excited about that one. But let's see what else we got. So this play looks very good. Cam Scattaboo, right? It's a locked market. There is no hold between the two sports books, right? Novig's a very sharp book. FanDuel's the only book with Scattaboo's under favored. Whoa. No, why am I on New Jersey, dude? I got to stop doing that. Sometimes I go to New Jersey because there's more sports books, more data points you can look at on OddsJam, but it's also kind of like fucking with everything. So I got to stop doing that. Anyways, all these plays where there's zero hold, right? One of these bets has to be profitable. It's a pick-em market. You can get Keenan Allen's over at -132 or his under at +132. There is no hold between the two sports books. So I'm building a little FanDuel parlay, and then I don't know. Yo, did the Dolphins score? Wow. Osh. Who the fuck is Ollie Gordon, bro? I need them to give it to that fat guy. Yo, anyways, 3-man on FanDuel. Who's the fat guy we bet on? Damn, dude. Ollie Gordon. Who would have thought? So FanDuel's very annoying because they say my max bet size is something, and then they don't give me that. Yo, who's the fat guy we bet on again? Alex Ingold. I got to remember that name, dude. We need this guy to score. This play was crazy, bro. Next drive. I'm sure of it. Damn, I miss my dogs. So now Dabble's, it appears like they're bumping everything. Oh, shit. However, there's always new value hitting the board. So check out this play. Let's go Dolphins. So we have Facion. And, well, it looks like they removed it. But what I have noticed on Dabble is sometimes they say a line is removed. But if you actually just go over to the game, so if I just go to Saturday, 7 p.m., where's the Notre Dame game? Yeah, where the fuck is this game, bro? Oh, this is South Carolina game. I apologize. So rushing yards, now it's available. So check this out. Facion's line, this is just the OddsJam Fantasy Optimizer. They have him at 54.5. Literally every other book has him at 63.5. So that's definitely a good play. You definitely want to run it. And then the two best touchdown scorers are Kamara under. Whoa, come on, dude. Both of these plays are super solid. So you have Kamara to go under, to not score a touchdown. Again, every book is giving you his under at plus money, dude. Yep, so there's a sharp as fuck slip. Again, every book has Kamara's under favored, right? Minus 164, minus 146. All the books only offering one-way markets, plus 125, right? They're giving you his over at plus money, so you know his under is the favored or the more likely outcome. Alex Ingold, the guy with your name. Damn, dude. I wish instead of Ollie Gordon that said Alex Ingold, bro. I would be so hyped if he scored a touchdown. Anyways, I'm going to call it a day for now. Maybe I'll live stream later. Definitely play these Dabble slips like I'm actually